When you think about success 1 year from now, right? One of the important things you think about is you got to define the success metrics of what that looks like. So if there's a revenue goal, let's just say, hey, my goal is to make $1 million in a year from now, right? I want to make $1 million in revenue. Well, guess what? There's a lot of things that go into that $1 million in revenue. We might need to look at like, okay, how many customers does that mean? What is my average order value? What is my lead to close ratio? How long is it taking me to close? What's my profit margin, my ROI? How much is it costing us to acquire a customer, right? What we need to do is be able to set a baseline against that goal, right? So, and then measure them, right? So, okay, I've got this goal of making $1 million. Well, guess what? Let's just say my average order value is $100,000. Well, that means I need 10 clients, right? Okay, to get 10 clients, it means I need to have 30 conversations. To have 30 conversations, I need 100 leads, right? And so you can kind of work back in that funnel. If you don't know how to find the data today, that's okay. We can create a project, figure out and measure it. But let's think about this in a minute, defining the success metrics. You wave the magic wand, congratulations, you just hit your goal. A year from now, let's break it down a little bit more. What does that actually mean from a metric perspective? How many customers, revenue, order value, margin? What are those numbers, right? There's lots of ways in marketing that you can measure success, right? For most people, most companies, at least at the business owner level, it's revenue, right? How much revenue did I bring in? Now, that's not always true. If you're a nonprofit, maybe revenue is less important and it's about impact or things like that, right? Cost to acquire a customer, qualified leads. What is your brand scorecard? How do you measure SEO if you're focused on SEO? How do I measure ad click-through rates, conversion rates, or cost per lead, right? All of these things can be measured and impacted. And as you measure them, you get better at them, right? And so as you march towards that goal of 1 year, we need to understand the metrics that are kind of behind those. So we're going to take a look at your goal again. How do you define success? What does that sales funnel look like? What are the things that are under your control? What levers can you pull to change that success formula, right? Let's take some time, go through and write down your KPIs, your key performance indicators. What are those things that are going to, if I could incrementally improve these things, what are those metrics? So let's go ahead and spend some time doing that exercise.